Babies of Ruby are a four-piece band comprised of Rob, Terry, Brett and Benny. Brett and Benny called round to my house recently and we had a little chat about the band. Benny writes the poetry and Brett said that him and the rest of the band generally write the music around that poetry. There's some really catchy little numbers and I'm sure you'll agree that there are as well. Come on board and have a listen to what these wonderful guys are doing. Hello, welcome to the Shirley Ryder Show. You're with Shirley Ryder, and today we are talking to Brett and Benny.
Hello. In previous bands, Terry, Rob and myself used to tour around in this painted up hippie van called Ruby the Magic Bus.
Yep.
So when we formed the new band, we were looking for a new name to get away from the old bands, and I just come up with that idea and the boys just ran with it.
And of course, Brett, you're Lara's brother, is that correct? Yeah, Lara Wilson that is. We've had Lara with Glenn, your husband, on the show before, who of Dead Simple with Vern Bigwood and his dog. And so it's really cool to get you guys on the show, and I saw you guys recently playing out at Lara and Glenn's in the band, and we're just going to take a look at that now.
Music's gotta have soul. Love me fire. Come closer. Don't touch me. Faster. Don't rush me. Come closer. Don't touch me.
What were your musical influences growing up?
Pretty rocky, I suppose.
Yeah. How would you describe that?
I started out really listening to Hendrix when my older brother brought the Jimi Hendrix Experience home, and so I was probably about 12 years old.
Oh yeah.
And smashed that out, and then really just enjoyed heaps of different rock music, just heaps of music.
Awesome. Yeah. And
Different genres.
Yeah. And what drew you to music?
I started off younger listening to lots of English pop, which is really weird, but as I got older, the same, I started listening to the Stones, Jimi Hendrix, stuff like that, and then moved into like Tom Waits and Nick Cave, Leonard Cohen type of people, I suppose, because I was a poem.
Yeah.
They were quite lyrical. Lately I've been listening to a lot of English, I suppose it's called post-punk.
Yeah. What would you describe that as?
Post-punk is not quite as angry as the punks and probably a little bit more musical.
Okay.
Some of it's spoken word, I suppose, some of it's English rap, but
because you do poetry.
yeah.
Rising from the cave of archetypal rap, re-expression is where it's at. Can't go forwards without backwards. I don't know how that works.
Where did you both grow up? Were you both New Zealanders or?
Well, I was born in Auckland with full-on Waihi connection.
Yeah.
I was born in the UK and my parents emigrated out when I was just a baby. And I've spent quite a lot of my life travelling the world, but I've been at Waihi Beach now for 26 years, so...
No plans to go back?
No, not really. New Zealand is where I want to be, and I've got a lot of really good musical associations with Waihi Beach and the surrounding areas even now, including Tauranga. So it's sort of somewhere where we haven't really ventured a lot.
Yeah, do you think that's why you sort of had the idea of why you like the punk, because of the UK influence? Do you think?
I think not because of when I grew up there, but because of the style of music I've been listening to since I've had Spotify. It's opened up a whole new world for
Yeah.
me of music that you wouldn't otherwise hear. So, and then at the same time playing with Terry and Rob and Brett,
Yeah.
and what they bring musically to what I'm trying to do.
Ginger Henry, Ginger Henry, Ginger Henry.
Just tell us a little bit about the song, because I was incorrect in getting the words, and what it's all about.
The song is called Ginger Henry, and it's about an evangelistic preacher who doesn't have ginger hair, he has black hair. So it's almost like a train. It's quite a fast down the line song, and the Ginger Henry thing gets repeated a lot. And one of the main question is, Ginger Henry, your hair's jet black. What's the story with that? And then that sort of takes it into the next verse. Ginger Henry, you know, is walks the line.
Ginger Henry, Ginger Henry.
So have you put out any albums, or do you have plans to bring out albums with what you're doing now?
We do.
Absolutely.
It's earlier last year we done sort of a bit of a garage recording, but
Yeah.
because we were locked down, we've spent that much time working on stuff that it's gone from here to here,
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
we were sort of in the throes of talking about either going into a studio or getting ourselves one of those 12-track Zooms
Yep.
and
Yeah.
and having a go ourselves, because
Oh yeah.
Brett's pretty handy on the old computer system.
Yeah.
The whole thing with timing and recordings is when everything's been quantized the way that they do these days, you're losing the feel of it.
Absolutely.
So you listen to a lot of stuff on the radio and it all sounds the same. Doesn't matter what genre
agree.
it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
You can't tell the
Yeah.
difference because it's been quantized down to the nth degree. All the voices have been tweaked and all that sort
Yeah.
of stuff. So you're not really hearing anything creative. You're hearing some dude fiddling around with shit
Totally.
on his laptop, you know.
Yeah, I actually let the odd flat note go if it's
No,
not
well,
too
you know, that's
good,
what it's all about. I actually
slow
love
down,
that's the stuff. That's the stuff we're going for. We're going for all the odd bits. And
You're going for flat
Yeah.
notes because they got me singing.
Who writes the songs in your band?
What Benny does is he comes up with lyrics,
Yeah.
and then what will happen is,
Get the tunes.
he'll come up with a lyric. Usually, I'm the one who'll come up with a riff. This is how the new songs have been coming. So he'll come up with some lyrics.
Yep.
Give me an idea of the feel that he's got, and sometimes not. You know, sometimes it'll just be a jam where he'll just start spitting stuff out. So structure wise, that's pretty much has been me. I've come in and given these guys discipline and structure. I've insisted on time, that everyone's timing being as good as it can be and all that sort of thing. And I've been a bit of an arsehole at times, but
Someone's got to be.
Yeah, but it's definitely paying dividends.
Yeah.
I can really see where he's coming from.
Yep.
I can't always get there, but I can see what he's trying to do, because we all sort of play slightly differently, but with the timing that Brett wants us to do, we're actually all starting to get more space to do little things. The bass player, Terry, can have a wander around, and same with Brett. You know, it's actually given us time, and even though if you listen to the song you think it's going, but there is actually space in there now where we can do things. So it's also started to change how I write my lyrics, but we have to be disciplined, because if we just jam, we come up with new songs all the time.
Do you record your jams? We used to do
We recorded some of them on a phone when we're doing them for the very first time.
Otherwise you can forget things.
But that's where we need like the Zoom recorder, so we can record all our jams, because there's quite often bits of stuff that are really, really good, whether it's a good riff, a good drum roll, or even a good couple of lyrics, and they quite often get lost.
Yeah.
But I have a notepad there that when we're playing that I write as we're
Awesome.
playing, and we've got whiteboards right down one side of our music room with
Yeah.
the lyrics and chords on. So
Oh well, that's helpful.
Try this! I hear ya! Oi! Try this! I think we got it down! Walking round the block!
because a lot of other people have only seen us in the past, either individually or different groups, and there's a lot of people that give you a bit of grief and a bit of stick, so I quite like writing lyrics to stick it up them.
Yeah.
So you would have
I've
heard.
got one of those, but I haven't actually done anything with my song because I'm worried I might get thrown out of town again.
Oh,
No, I wouldn't worry about that.
no, we don't sort of mention any names, but
Well, I
we
have.
just
Just change the name.
yeah, we just get up them, you know.
Yeah. Oh, it's fun, isn't it? Lots of fun.
Yeah, because we've decided that, you know, there's lots of bands that sort of sell their soul and start doing covers, or even though it's lots of their versions of it, we decided we're going to just do originals, and you like it or you don't like it.
Exactly.
It's not a problem. We hope you do like it, but we're making us happy.
Yeah.
So,
It is a selfish endeavour for sure.
and I think if we're having fun, then people listening are having fun.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, isn't it? I mean, if you do the tried and trusted over and over again, it gets boring for everybody.
Yeah.
Well, some people seem to like hearing, you know, April Sun in Cuba or something over and over again,
Yeah,
but
yes,
some of us like to hear something a little bit different once in a while. But yeah, I mean, nothing wrong with covers bands.
No, they've.
Well, it's like
that's
each to
right.
their own, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, actually, like what you guys did with what you do is pretty cool because you really, it's got your flavour to it, you know.
Yeah. You mean Jan and me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Oh.
Yeah, we enjoy it, eh?
Yeah.
So Jane's just sitting over there. It's something different for me because like what we were saying about before about challenges. I mean, I think like it's important for me anyway to do a different challenge to be challenging myself, because if I'm always doing the same thing, then I know I can do it and I don't need to do it again.
I think that if you're enjoying it, and I feel that the energy of playing music with other people is greater than just doing it on your own. So, you know, we can all perform individually, and it's quite fulfilling, but when you're playing with other people, the energy of all those people combined
Absolutely
lifts it up.
Yep. Terry and Rob are obviously the other members in the band. What can you tell us about them?
Well, Terry always says he's a self-taught drummer, but he has this crazy style that
He's got an amazing style actually.
really
Because there was
suits what we do.
Sorry to butt in. There was one track on the stuff that I mixed out of yours, and it was just like it was just all over the place, and it was really cool. I really enjoyed it.
Oh, catch me! It's unequivocal and then inevitable. Music will be played by vegetables.
Both Robbie and Terry are really talented.
Yeah.
Like Terry's I think he's starting to find himself at the moment.
Yeah, I think he is.
And for me personally, I'm really amped about what's to come with Terry, just because I know I can see that he's capable of some pretty incredible stuff. And
Awesome. Yeah.
It's pretty exciting. And Rob's just a super solid bass player. A lot of that stuff that we do, like that Ginger Henry song, is like the way that I work with him. You know, the guitar and the bass are working together. There's a few tracks that without him, it's not going to work. You know.
Yeah.
And that Ginger Henry is one of them.
Yeah.
Try This is another one.
And I think Funky Cat
Funky
too,
Cat
which
is
is
another one.
Yeah.
sort of like the fast rap one.
Yeah. I know the one.
And he's
that was
just
good.
playing this really crazy bass licks through that. You know, it gives me a buzz just listening to what he's doing behind me while we're doing that.
Yeah.
So I think he's really enjoying having the freedom to get instead of the boom, boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom.
Some songs he still is doing that because that's just what's required. But
Exactly. Yeah.
Ginger Henry, Ginger Henry.
albums?
Kiwi albums. I'd say Split Ends there. What was it?
True Colours is probably
Yeah, True Colours. That was a pretty cool album.
Yes.
And Waiata was another really awesome album.
Yeah.
Breaks Co-op, The Sound Within. When those guys come back from the UK, it was a long time ago now, and it was sort of Fat Freddy's first one. You know, that was...
Oh yeah.
Shapeshifter.
Yeah.
the-
No, you
the-
don't hear from them so much. I've heard from them.
I think it's their third album, because the Vampire one was their fourth, was it? I'm not sure. But anyway, I mean, that one with, I can't remember what the name of the album was, but it had the Vampire song on it. That was pretty good album, but the one before it to me was just like...
Yeah, even Don McGlashan and the Mutton Birds, you know, they had a couple of really good albums out.
Top 2 Kiwi concerts you've been to in your whole life?
Top 2 Kiwi concerts.
That you've enjoyed the most?
Probably my all-time favourite was one of the early Rhythm and Vines
Oh yeah.
that had the lineup from hell. It
Yeah.
had Shapeshifter, it had Fat Freddy, it had the Black Seeds, it had Lady Six, it had Cora, it had D-Dub, it had Salmonella Dub.
My top of all time is Super Groove,
Oh, I love Supergroove. They're great.
and
Yeah.
live is just...
Oh, I've never seen them live.
That was just phenomenal.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
My other one, would be D4 and the Datsuns playing in the back room
Yeah.
of the beach
Yeah.
hotel, and the place was just heaving, you know,
Yeah.
like you could only stay in the mosh pit for about one song and you were just dripping and exhausted, and you had to go out and have a breath of air and then go back in again.
Yeah.
Just
Wow.
the absolute energy of it
Yeah.
was...
Yeah. Wicked.
Yeah.
Got one more?
I don't know. I'm torn. Shapeshifter was pretty good. Just not the last time I saw them. But the first time I saw them, I was actually fully impressed by how close to the recorded sound that it was.
Yeah.
'Cause I like I like the fact that they put the effort into making it sound like they recorded it.
So looking at yourself, and where do you see yourself in 5 years' time?
5 years
Musically.
time musically, I would hope that we would have a couple of albums under our belt,
Yeah, we also.
and I would hope that I'm still playing with the same group of guys.
Yeah.
And because I think what we've got now will only blossom, should I say. It's I think we will be tighter, friendship wise as well as musically.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
But
Yeah, I actually think that goes hand in hand. You know, because the better we've got to know each other, the better we play together anyway.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
I think the longer you've been together, it just becomes second nature after a while, you know.
For sure.
And the more gigs you play, the less mistakes you make.
yeah.
Totally. Yeah.
Oh, we enjoy each other's company. We get like our practices are pretty much an excuse for us to have beers with each other. You know.
Yeah, it is.
As much as anything else. So.
And food, of course.
Yeah.
With the beers.
Right.
We actually haven't had a meal together for a little while, have we?
No, we haven't.
I think last time I cooked a curry for the
that's
boys,
right.
but
That was pretty neat.
that is quite a good thing to be able to actually share a meal as well.
It is actually,
Yeah.
Oh, Lara's a good cook.
She is, yeah.
Far out. I'm going to go around there again one day and pick up the meal.
She's
Hi, Lara.
actually an awesome baker. She's probably a better baker than she is a cook, but she's a really good cook.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, look, thanks guys for coming on the show. And just before we go, is there anything else you want to add that we haven't covered that you want to say?
No, thanks heaps for
No, I think
asking us.
you'll see us out there.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Thank you.
Yeah,
That
thanks
was
guys.
awesome. Your time is really appreciated.
Thank you very much for coming around. I really appreciate it.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay guys, and it's goodbye from us. I'll catch you next time on the next show.